Hello, everyone. My name is Alejandra, and I am a certified surgical first assistant. Welcome to my YouTube channel. On today's video, I wanted to just give you guys a quick life update as to what's going on. So, on my previous video, I told you guys that I signed my 10th travel contract, which was me going to Ohio. However, as soon as I signed that contract, I didn't see myself going there. When I was looking for travel assignments, I was feeling rushed because the way I time out my travel contracts is the earlier I start in the year, um, the more earlier I can finish so I do not have to work during the holidays. So last year in 2024, it was my first time working on my birthday and on my Christmas in like 4 years. So because I travel, I am in control of my schedule. So I got done with my last travel assignment in early June and I wanted to work basically right away. I wanted to start within 2 weeks of me ending that last contract. So I was looking, nothing was available. There were contracts available, but they were all the way in Virginia and they were in the South. So I wanted to stick within the Midwest. My home base is in Minnesota, so I wanted to work somewhere close to home. So I was looking, nothing was coming up, and the places that were coming up were paying really low. So when this contract in Ohio popped up, I applied, I interviewed, and I got the offer within a couple days. And the pay was honestly very low, and I kind of felt disappointed in myself because that would be like the lowest contract I would have ever worked. And I was like, you know what? A contract is a contract. I'm going to work here and be grateful for it. But like I was also having a hard time finding housing in the area. So like the contract was like in northern Ohio, kind of like near Cleveland, and not only was it hard to find housing, but it was expensive. So I was like stressing out about being like 507 miles away from home and not having a comfortable place to live in. So I was really just like upset about that I was going to be working here, even though I should have been grateful because it was a travel assignment. And the way the manager spoke about the place was honestly, it just sounded like a really good place to work. So even though I did sign this contract, I was actually looking to work somewhere else. So I was looking at different travel agencies and seeing what contracts were available for first assistants. And basically, all these travel agencies had the same contracts. So every day I was looking through like five different agencies, looking at the jobs, and they were all the same jobs. Until one day I went on American Mobile. I saw basically the contract of my dreams. So I ended up applying and getting that job. So that contract is actually 3 hours away. And I don't want to say the name of the city or the town just for privacy and safety reasons, but it's up north and I'm really excited. It's 3 hours away. It's paying really good, more than what I was making in Wisconsin. And the schedule is 3/12s. When I had the interview with the manager, she said it was going to be more of a night shift schedule, with maybe some day shifts there, but mostly night shift. So, but she said, the shifts were gonna be variable, but expect to work the evening shift. So from 7 p.m. to 7 a.m. And I have never done an overnight shift. I have worked 3/12s before, but during the day. So I'm used to working 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. plus taking call. I have experience taking working 3 days in a row and having a few days off. And I also have experience, working a 12-hour shift here, having the next day off, and working again. So the way she explained the schedule, it seems like I would have the next day off, but because I am so close to home. I would rather work all my shifts in a row and then come back home for a few days and then go back to work at that facility, just because housing everywhere is expensive and it's like super ridiculous. I am going to be making a decent amount of money in this travel assignment, but still, if I can minimize my cost in any way, then I would rather do that, obviously, because that's more money in my pocket. If I were to start working in Ohio, I would actually be leaving tomorrow. But it's the beginning of August, and I actually don't start this new travel assignment for the next couple of weeks. So I'm really thankful that I didn't give up. I was basically, like I said, searching every travel agency that was out there for contracts closer to home, something that was paying really good, because me going to Ohio right now just didn't seem fit. It's like something didn't, like, it felt off, and I just felt like I took this contract out of like desperate need because I really wanted to work. I really wanted to end a travel assignment before Thanksgiving so I didn't have to work the holidays, just because if I have the choice to not work during my birthday, to not work during Christmas and Thanksgiving, then I would rather do that, just because like I do have control over that. The way I went about telling my recruiter is that I didn't feel comfortable taking on this contract, and just cancel it. This was over text message, and he wanted to talk over the phone, but honestly, I felt like there was nothing else left to be said. There wasn't anything he can do to convince me to take on this contract. And a good recruiter should encourage you and support you in any decision that you make. So when you sign a contract, a recruiter does get a portion, recruiters do get a commission. I don't know how much that is. But some recruiters will like try to like convince you to do something that you don't feel comfortable doing. I do have experience of recruiters doing that to me in the past, and I was more of a pushover, but over the years I have, grew a backbone. I have learned to stick up to myself, and if something doesn't feel right, then I'm going to tell you that it doesn't feel right. I don't need to give you an explanation. If I don't want to do it, then I don't want to do it. So this recruiter, he was pretty understanding. He didn't want to talk over the phone for some reason, but honestly, I told him I would like to cancel this contract. It's not right for me right now. And, just call it that. Just cancel the contract. You know, I didn't tell him I signed another contract. I don't know if I should have, but that's just how it is right now. Don't ever feel bad for doing what is right for you, because only you know what's right for you. So don't ever make anyone make you feel bad for doing something that would be more beneficial to you. That is all I have for you guys. I just wanted to give you guys a quick update reminder that I will not be going to Ohio anymore. I will be working 3 hours away from home, and I'm really excited for that, just because the shift I'm going to be working is going to be something new, and I'm really excited to explore the area where I'm going to be working. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for supporting my channel, and I will see you guys for my next video.